Hey everybody, up next on End of the Day Beer Review is Speedway Stout Double Fudge Edition by Alesmith Brewing Company. Hi everybody and welcome to End of the Day Beer Review. My name is Rich and today we'll be looking at Alesmith Brewing Company's Speedway Stout, and this is the Double Fudge Edition. This is an Imperial Stout brewed with cacao nibs, cocoa powder, vanilla beans, and Ryan Brothers coffee. And this is a special release, and this is 12% alcohol, so 12% ABV on this one. I've had Speedway Stouts before, their regular stout, so I'm really excited to actually crack this one open because it has in it everything I love. High ABV, fantastic. A stout, fantastic. In this case, it is also got some chocolate in there, vanilla, and a little bit of coffee, which I am really excited about. So let's see if this lives up to what it says on the can, which is decadent, roasty, and chocolate. Crack it open. Okay. Hate to do that because getting a little foam out of the top. Probably not gonna pour the whole thing. It pours beautifully. This is a really, really dark beer. I hope you can see that on the camera. I know I'm getting a little bit more of the head out of it than I probably should be. And I'm already getting some of that aroma coming out of it. I'm already, from this distance, picking up that chocolate. I'm also picking up a little bit of vanilla, so I'm really, really excited about this. We get a good dark caramel colored head. Reasonable head on that one. I poured a little bit too much to test the legs on it, so we'll have to do that after I take a sip. What a tragedy that is. But you can see it's jet black. The nose on it, yeah, I'm actually getting definitely some of that roasty smell that you'd expect from a stout, but a nice mixture of chocolate, a good mixture of vanilla coming up there too. Oh yeah, this smells fantastic. If it tastes anything like the nose on this is going to be a fantastic beer. The head's actually hanging around a little bit longer than I expected. I'm sort of interested, is this going to be another one of those sort of stealth high ABV beers that sort of sneak up on you, or is this going to burn as it goes down? 12% is pretty high. Let's take a sip. Oh my. That is a thick beer. What am I getting out of it? It's dark, it's roasty, it's definitely got that really, really good sort of stout flavor to it. The chocolate's there, it's not as pronounced as I've seen in other beers that talk about, like, you know, fudge within there. The chocolate is reasonably subtle, as is the vanilla. It's really more of a back of the tongue type of taste. Wonderful mouthfeel on this. It basically clings to your tongue, the whole inside of your mouth. And again, what a really, really good flavor to it. A nice mixture of the chocolate, and actually the chocolate is sort of now coming through as the forefront flavor. Like it's the thing I'm getting first. After it sits in your mouth a bit and you've swallowed it and you have a little bit of time, you catch the vanilla going down there. What I'm not getting a tremendous amount of coffee. In fact, I'm almost gonna say I'm not getting any coffee out of this. Yeah, I mean, unless there's a slight bit of bitterness that I'm getting, but I don't think that's coffee. I think that's just sort of the profile of a stout, that it has just a little hint of bitterness in there. Now, do I miss the coffee? I really don't. I feel like this is really complex. There's a lot going on here with the you know, with the flavors that are competing here. The chocolate on the front, the vanilla on the back end. And you know, I will say, I think this is another one of those stealth beers. This is 12% ABV, and I am getting no burn. No burn in the back of the throat, no burn as it goes down, no burn in the stomach. And I'm 3 pretty hefty sips in on this, and I just do not feel the alcohol. So I don't think it's overly boozy. Let me take one more sip and then we'll take a look at the legs on this one. It is a little bit heavier on the carbonation than I expected with this high in ABV. Oh, that's wonderful. You know, it lives up to the advertising on the can. It does say that this is decadent, and I'll give them that. It is definitely one of those sort of decadent coffees. Now, I'm getting the cocoa powder, I'm getting the cacao nibs, I'm getting the vanilla. What I'm not getting is the coffee. And this is a special release that, quite frankly, I would go looking for again. I have really enjoyed their, you know, standard stout. So this is a nice addition with the chocolate and the vanilla sort of built in. And it actually says on the back of the can, our iconic signature Imperial Stout is taken to the next level with this indulgent version with a decadent combination of Dominican cacao nibs, cocoa powder, Madagascar vanilla beans, and artfully roasted coffee from our friends at Ryan Brothers. The beer is the ultimate double fudge treat. And you know, I'll tell you something, I think they're right. This is a wonderful, wonderful beer. Definitely not one you're gonna be drinking fast. Okay, there we go. I'm getting a little bit of the alcohol burn now. So this is, again, sort of that stealth beer concept where the flavors are so good, you don't notice the alcohol content for a little while. And that's what happens here, is that I'm just starting to get a little bit of that burn in the back of my throat, which I have to say it is not unpleasant. It's actually quite nice. You know, it's very funny. Now I'm getting in the aroma a little bit of the coffee, but it's really, really not prevalent. It's really chocolate, it's really vanilla. Real quick, just to make sure, the legs are definitely there on this one. This is a pretty high ABV, and just a wonderful, I want to say dessert beer. You know, they have it on the bottom of the can where it says that you should drink it in a goblet. It says it should be 50 to 55 degrees, which is right about where we are. And they say that it pairs well with vanilla ice cream. I almost want to say that this would be wonderful to pour over vanilla ice cream, and, you know, like a good vanilla ice cream like a Breyers or a Haagen-Dazs. I have to say, I think that I'm going to try to hunt down a little bit more of this and maybe try it. Maybe not on camera, because I'm sure it's an affront to someone out there. But I think that it's a wonderful beer. If you have the ability to get a hold of this one, this is fantastic. Again, it is Alesmith Brewing Company out of San Diego, California. This is their Speedway Stout, and it's the Double Fudge Edition. So this is a special release, and it is just fantastic. Go out there, get it. I am gonna enjoy the rest of this as the day goes on. It's probably gonna take a while to get through, and I have to say, I think this is a 1 can night, because that 12%, now I'm starting to get the burn. I'm starting to sort of feel that alcohol content here, but this is fantastic. Again, Speedway Stout Double Fudge Edition, fantastic beer by Alesmith Brewing Company. If you can get a hold of it, I highly recommend it. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this off. You all have a good night. Thanks for viewing. Next time, going to be looking at the sediment problem that we encountered. By we, I mean James and I, when we were looking at the 2019 Bourbon County Stouts. In particular, I have one of their barley wines, which is just filled with sediment, and we want to look at it and see, you know, is the beer still drinkable? Is it still something that we're going to try out or not? But that's next episode. Thank you all for joining us. Like, subscribe, please. Feel free to comment. Love to hear any feedback you have. If you've tried Alesmith, I would love to hear what you have to say about their Double Fudge Edition. Have a great night. Bye.